We're gonna do a little video here to show you what we do, part of the process when we take our baby peeps out from the brooder to the pens. So right now, this is our little brooder house. And there's one little guy that escaped. So the boys are over here working hard, I see. Are you working hard?
No, I'm just waiting for another to get done.
Get that out there. 19.
So they are getting them off shelves in here. Have wood chips and automatic feeders and waters. And they're
25, 27, 28,
Seth, how old are these birds?
9 months?
No.
No.
How old are the birds?
3 weeks.
They're 3 weeks old. You can see over there, those shelves over there still have them. And so we have about 600 in here right now. No, we don't have 600 out here yet.
This is David Evans with First Fruits Family Farms, and we are out here in our pasture. This used to be an old cornfield that we're trying to bring back and to put into pasture. And one way that we do this is put our meat birds out here. And if you look, we have our meat birds pens lined up, ready to go. We just got a new batch of chicks coming out from the brooder. And a couple of interesting things that we've been testing with and trying to do that's a little bit different than what's normal. We are using the Salatin style pens. Joel Salatin was the man that made these famous. But we made some tweaks and modifications. One of this is we did it out of metal. And we're using 3/4 inch angle iron. It's far lighter. You can throw them around, beat them up, and they last very well for us. And something else that we're just getting ready to test now is a new watering system. And this is an automated watering system where it's tied into the main line and ties right to our Placid Bell waters. And this is a blue hose here that you see is a line that people use to harvest maple syrup in the woods. So they tap the trees and tie these all together with the trees. So it's a very durable line, very hard to pinch or run over, and it's because it's made for all weather, it should last for a very long time. And to get the water here, we're using a Flexzilla 3/8 inch air line that there again is all weather, really industrial level. And with that, we can run these where it's automatic waters. So all we have to do every day is move them and feed them. So our chore time drops substantially with that. So a couple things about way we have them positioned. So we're at the top of a hill here, getting ready to go downhill. That way you're always pulling downhill. And we have them in a formation where they're facing the wind. We're still in the hottest parts of summer. So you want to have the open parts of the pen where the wind can get into them. And we do put some ventilation holes in the back or open up the back as needed. And we have them in a diagonal line. That way the wind hits them correctly, but also if there's major runoff or a lot of rain, the waste from one pen doesn't run into the next one. So these are 8x12 pens, 8 foot by 12 foot. And the square footage works out to be about 60 birds a pen. If you look between the pens, you'll see that we have extra hose laying. And what this is, this allows us to move the pens without it pulling the line too hard. And we are just running from one corner of the pen to the next corner with about 20 to 25 feet of hose in between it. That way, if we have a ditch or something that we need to go over or some stones that we got to go around, it allows for us to do this. I learned this off of YouTube. I saw one of Joel Salzin's interns playing with this, and he had been running this system for 3 years, so it has been proven. And so coming into the line, so this is the main air hose that's coming off of the typical water line, whatever you have, whether it's pressurized line or gravity fed. And then we go into a Y, just in case we ever need water out here in the buckets or something like that. And then into a filter that's really quick and easy to clean out and operate. And then we're going into a pressure regulator. So right now I can see that my pressure is running a little high. The Plassenbell water should be about 4 to 5 PSI. And I've had to sit down here for about an hour or two just to see what it'll be doing. And we're sitting at about 12 and a half, 15 PSI. So we'll have to back that down. But it has a regulator on top that you can adjust that PSI. That way your Plassen waters aren't flooding and just running out into the field. But then they just connect to each pen, and it's a little bit quick couplers here. You just push them on. If you ever need to disconnect, you just yank them off and move it, or disconnect and store them as needed.
You don't want us in the video? Five, six.
We already found it.
Go. Trust